Takaful Policy. 17.1 Description of risk covered. 17.1.1 Securities, bonds, certificates, jewelry, specie or any other property or articles of intrinsic value other than cash. 17.1.2 The property of licensees and/or depositors or property entrusted by others to such licensees. Contained in safe deposit boxes lodged in the safe deposit vaults of the assured's premises. Stated in the schedule of policy including boxes leased to licensees or not leased, and while such property or articles or boxes are in the said premises but temporarily outside the safe deposit vaults. 17.2 Conditionalties for entitlement of Takaful claim benefit. 17.2.1 Locker holder who is paying locker rent timely and is not defaulter at time of loss incident. 17.2.2 The bank may amend, change Takaful claim amount at any time without prior notice to the locker holder, and such amended amount will therefore apply to and be binding on the locker holder. 17.2.3 Claim of the locker holder will be strictly acceptable as per terms and conditions provided in the Takaful policy obtained by the bank, which will be binding upon the locker holder. 17.3 Requirement for Takaful claim benefit. 17.3.1 Documentary evidence proof invoices in respect of the loss damage of valuables, articles and property kept in locker along with declaration on oath to that effect on non-judicial stamp paper. Duly notarized and attested copy of the wealth return showing the assets and property, if any, filed with the income tax authority. 17.4 Takaful grid. Size of locker Takaful claim amount. Small 1 million rupees per. Medium 1,500,000 rupees per. Large 2 million rupees per. 17.5 Procedure for claiming for Takaful. 17.5.1 Once the licensee's account is debited for annual rental charges for lockers, licensee will automatically be enrolled for claiming for Takaful under the following circumstances: destruction or loss by fire, burglary, housebreaking, infidelity of insurers both permanent contractual employees or security guards. 17.5.2 Customer gives a written request to the locker custodian for claiming for Takaful. 17.6 Locker custodian will verify the request and forward it to the BM/CSM for further perusal. 17.7 BM/CSM will then forward the request to centralized operations for further coordination with the Takaful company. 17.8 Centralized operations will receive the request from the concerned branch and provide the required documents to the Takaful company as per the requirements. 17.9 The Takaful company, upon receiving the customer's documents from centralized operations, will follow the process as per the agreement between the bank and Takaful company. The Takaful company will then intimate administration regarding the acceptance of the Takaful claim of the customer. 17.10 Administration will receive the acceptance regarding the claim from the Takaful company and intimate the relevant branch accordingly. 17.11 The payment will be debited from the relevant branch account. 17.12 The locker custodian will then call the customer, thus intimating the status accordingly. 17.13 Object found in locker. 17.13.1 In case an object is found outside the locker, the following procedure will be followed. After the licensee has operated the locker and left, the locker custodian will check the locker vault for any object left behind before closing the vault or having the next licensee operate the locker. In case the licensee has left an object, the locker custodian will inform the CSM/BM. Simultaneously, he will fill the memo and forward it to the concerned BM for approval. The memo indicates the object found outside the locker. The object found is sealed in a packet with affixation of licensee details duly signed by the CSM, BM and locker custodian and kept in the official bank locker. The locker custodian will confirm the details of the licensee to ascertain the licensee whose valuables, etc. were left behind. Once the locker custodian confirms the identification of licensee, the licensee will be asked to visit the branch to claim and verify his valuables accordingly. Licensee visits the branch and after proper identification, verification, the valuables, etc. are handed over to the licensee upon acknowledgement on the memo.